Gentleman, text is recognized for purposes of offering his amendment.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, 60% of all Americans across the political spectrum call lowering the cost of prescription drugs one of the top healthcare priorities. Americans and their pocketbooks are calling out for relief, but this committee has not heard them. There's strong support for Medicare negotiation and transparency, among other solutions. The AARP found that retail prices for brand name drugs widely used by older Americans increased by more than 15% in 2015, almost 130 times faster than the general cost of living or inflation rate. The average older American takes more than 4 prescription drugs a month and can quickly run up a bill that exceeds their actual income through Social Security. More than 70% of Americans want an independent group that will review the pricing of prescription drugs, an independent group that might look something like the Independent Payment Advisory Board that this bill proposes to abolish. Despite broad support across the political spectrum for fighting drug price gouging and requests that I have made joined by a number of members of this committee, we have been unable for more than a year to even secure a hearing on the problem of rising, soaring prescription drug prices and the various approaches that might be taken to address it. At a recent hearing before the committee, I sought the very modest step of simply trying to get more accurate data collection on Part B drug prices, because this is not only a problem for individual seniors and other consumers, it is a very big problem for the Medicare system, the Medicaid system, and any public health program when prices are rising as fast as they are today. Even that small step of getting accurate data about what drugs cost under Part B was rejected by this committee. Indeed, the only thing this committee has done of any significance concerning drug prices over the course of the last year was to provide brand name pharmaceutical manufacturers with a $28.5 billion tax windfall and requiring absolutely nothing in return. Fortunately, that has been stopped, at least for now, over in the Senate. President Trump has continued to speak out, using very dramatic terms about what is happening with drug prices. He called it getting away with murder. But we cannot even secure a hearing in this committee concerning this matter. That is why this amendment simply seeks to have the IPAB continued until such time as drug prices are rising at the same rate as that of inflation. Our Medicare recipients, our taxpayers, deserve some relief from price gouging and massive price hikes. You know, it has become rather standard if you have a dread disease, cancer or any other type of disease of that magnitude, that the cost of treatment is at least $100,000. And that happens over and over again, not just with oncology drugs. But within the last few weeks, we've seen that that's no longer the standard. One new medication that is out is being offered at a price of $475,000. Those are prices that will break public health programs and break individuals. Certainly, we want incentives for new developments, for research, but a drug that is unaffordable provides no technological benefits for curing disease or preventing death. This amendment would give the committee an opportunity to consider what it has denied in the past, and that is an opportunity to protect people across the country from prescription price gouging. And since it may not take full effect, it will give us some time in the meantime to have the hearings and explore the alternatives that might give Americans an opportunity to deal with prescription price gouging and to get the health care they need at a price that they can afford and that taxpayers can afford. So I urge adoption of the amendment.
Thank you, Mr.